Hello everyone, I'm Asia. Welcome to Let's Get Naughty Yoga. If you've never been here before with me, if we've flown together before, welcome back, and I can't wait to get into it again. So, as always, get your space ready, however makes you feel good. Get some water, which I realize I don't have, but it is fine. I had a lot of water before. And then I always have a playlist, so feel free to use that if that makes you feel good. And then let's get started. So this class today is going to focus on the heart chakra, which is the space right here on your chest. So when you're ready, just bring your hands to that space. You can have one hand down and one hand on top. And then allow your feet to be wider than hip-width distance. We're going to start standing. Start your playlist whenever you're ready. And then just flow your hips toward the right, toward the left. Just allow yourself to just feel your body for a moment. Just you're present, you're here, and how does that feel? And feel that energy that's coming from this space, this energy space, your heart chakra. Your heart chakra is the space that allows you to feel love for people around you, for the world around you, but also for yourself. And maybe this moment on the mat isn't about, love for the person that you might be in a relationship with or your family. Maybe this is just a moment, just you and me here, just thinking about how we can love ourselves and how we can love our bodies and support our bodies during this practice and then in our everyday lives. And how right now in this moment we can feel connected to the world around you. So extend your arms up overhead. You're still with the hip movement, and then bring them around, feeling that energy space around us, and then bringing them back to heart center. And then when you're ready, you can stop with your hip movements for a moment, and we're going to start some arm circles. Just bringing your right arm up and reach it back, and then bringing it back up. Circling around. Getting your shoulders that stretch, and as you reach back, feel your chest expanding. Remembering to breathe. Remembering this is a yoga flow. There's a reason it's called that. Your body is supposed to flow and be free on the mat. It's not supposed to be stiff. You don't have to think so much about it. Just let your body be exactly where it should be and where it needs to be in the moment. When you're ready, allow your right arm to relax, maybe shake it out a bit, and then bring your left arm up, overhead, and then reach it back, doing little arm circles with your left. Feeling how this side might be different than the right. Then when you're ready, allow both arms to lift up and reach back. We're going to do 2 more of those, up and back, and then up and back, and then back first. So we're going to change the direction. 1 more, reaching both arms up, and then back down. All right, you can get those hips moving again, feeling the moment. Doesn't matter if you think you look silly. I know I look a little bit silly, but we don't. We're just moving our bodies. It's just me and you here. Doesn't really matter what anyone thinks. So just move your body. All right, from here, bring your feet hip-width distance apart. So you're in Tadasana. Your palms are shining forward. Your gaze is forward. You have a long, straight spine, and your chest is open. From here, lift your arms up overhead, looking towards your thumbs. And then reach, still looking up toward the sky, you're going to reach your fingertips back behind you. So really expanding through your chest. And then reach your arms back up overhead, looking up towards your thumbs again. Your palms are together. And then when you're ready, inhale here. And then exhale as you forward fold over your legs. Inhale halfway lift. Your fingertips can come to the mat or to your shins, and your gaze is to the top of the mat. You have a long, straight spine here. And then forward fold over your legs again. From here, both palms are on the mat. You're going to step your right foot back, coming into a plank. Step your left foot back as well. From here, drop your knees and then adjust yourself so that your knees are below your hips and your wrists are below your shoulders. So you're in a tabletop. From here, you're going to send your weight so you're going to balance yourself out. So you're going to send your weight onto your right knee and your left palm. As you lift up your left leg and then reach behind you with your right arm and then grabbing on to your left foot. Allowing this to be the first moment of balance. So it might feel a little challenging, it might feel uncomfortable, it might feel great. However it feels is how it should feel. And then kick into your arm or your hand so that you're really expanding as much as possible. Opening up your right side of your chest. And then bring your knee into your chest and then send it to your right elbow for a little crunch. And then coming back to a tabletop. We're going to do that on the other side. So you're going to bring your weight into your right palm and your left knee for that balance. And then you're going to bring your right knee off the mat, sending your left hand back, reaching for that right foot, and then grabbing hold. Balancing here. Feeling that expansion through the chest. Really kicking back into that hand. Feeling your butt action come in. And then crunching it in, sending your knee to your chest, and then your right knee to your left elbow, and then coming back to a tabletop. All right. From here, we're going to quickly just sit back onto our heels. So you're in a thunderbolt pose. And we're going to bring our hands back. So it's kind of like we're doing cat-cow, except we're sitting up while we do it. So you're reaching back for that cow spine, and then you're hugging your body as you bring your navel in for your cat spine. And then reaching back, looking up toward the sky for cow. And then hugging your body as you go into cat spine. And then coming back to neutral, bringing your palms back in front of you. You're back in a tabletop. From here, tuck your toes and then lift your knees so you're now engaging the core. And from here, we're going to do a little bit more cat-cow, but this is going to be a core exercise here. So you're going to go into cow. So expanding through that chest. Feeling that strength in your core. Pulling in now for cat. Crown of head goes toward the mat. You're tucking your tailbone. One more. You're going to go into cat or cow. And then curling in. Navel in for cat. And then right away you're going to press your heels down into the mat. You're in your first downward facing dog. Whew! All right, we're already getting hot and steamy. We're already getting our body moving. So this is your first down dog. Press each heel into the mat. Expand wide through your fingers. So you have a good support system. Allow there to be a bend in the knee so that your chest can really sink in toward your legs. This class is going to be a lot about chest expansion because it's about your heart chakra. When our heart chakra is open, we are open. We feel love and we feel connection with ourselves and the world around us. All right. From here, we're going to go right into our flow. So you're going to bring your right leg up and back for three-legged dog. Your right toes are pointed toward the mat and your hips are square. From here, knee to nose. And then step your right foot between your hands. Right away, lift up into high lunge. Again, your hips are square. So to do this, you can self-assist, pushing your right hip back and your left hip forward. Arms are up overhead. From here, reach back behind you, grabbing on to each, like interlacing your fingers, whatever feels good for you, and then pulling your shoulder blades together to expand through the chest. From here, come back into high lunge. And then sending your weight into your right foot, you're gonna come into one leg Tadasana, bringing your left knee into your chest. So your left knee is gonna be up and your right leg is gonna stay on the mat. So it's going to be very smooth, very strong. Kick off from that back leg and then sending your knee up. So you're landing in one leg Tadasana. From here, we're doing preparation for our peak moment later on, which will be dancer's pose. So right now, we're going to send our left heel to our butt. And as we do that, we're gonna bring both arms stretched out behind us. So you're expanding through the chest and you're bringing that knee, left heel to your butt. And then coming back into one leg Tadasana, your left knee comes towards your chest and your hands can extend in front of you. And then you're gonna repeat that, coming back. Maybe allowing your breath to really move you here. Inhaling as you come forward and exhaling as you come back. Taking that on your own pace, going back and forward and allowing it to be free flowing. Opening through the chest, feeling that heat already coming through the body. We're working hard. All right, from your one leg Tadasana again, you're gonna now bring your leg all the way back and you're back in a high lunge. From here, come down to low lunge, framing your foot with your hands and then step your right foot back. You're in a plank. From here, you're gonna lower all the way down to the mat. Forehead comes down to the mat, untuck your toes. Pressing your palms into the mat, and then peeling your chest off the mat. You're in a baby cobra. Your elbows are really pushing in towards your body. Inhaling here, and then exhale as your forehead comes back down to the mat. Tuck your toes, press through your palms, coming into plank. Pausing here a moment to feel your whole body working. Plank really works your entire body, especially your core. So really feel that core strength here. And then hips come up and back, pressing your heels into the mat for downward facing dog. All right, we're gonna take that on the other side. Left leg comes up and back for three-legged dog. Your left toes are pointed toward the mat and your hips are square. Now knee to nose and then step your foot between your hands. Right away, bring yourself up into high lunge. You can self-assist again so that your hips are square, pushing your left hip back and your right hip forward. And then of course making sure that your left knee is stacked over your left ankle. From here, reaching behind you, maybe grabbing your fingers, interlacing them, whatever feels good, and expanding through the chest. Staying low. And then reaching your hands back up for high lunge. From here, you know what's next. We're gonna come into one leg Tadasana. So you're gonna bring your weight onto your left foot, kick off the back foot, and then come in to one leg Tadasana. Your right knee is up. Taking a moment to pause here for balance, for support, and to catch your breath if you need. Now, we're gonna bring our right heel to our butt. As we're doing that, both hands stretch back. And then back to one leg Tadasana, hands come forward. Reaching back, doing it on your breath. Inhale as you One Leg Tadasana. Exhale as you reach it back. Taking that on your own pace. Remembering to breathe. And you can go as fast or as slow as your body's telling you to. All right. When you come back into One Leg Tadasana, you're going to send your right leg back until you're back in a high lunge. From here, go down to low lunge, framing your left foot with your hands, and then step your left foot back. You're in a plank. From here, we're going to do our other option for our flow. So you're going to come down for chaturanga just halfway, and then inhale for upward facing dog. The shoelace side of your feet and your palms are the only thing that should be touching the mat, really expanding through your chest here. And then exhale as you flip over your toes and land in a downward facing dog. Hips come up and back. All right. From here, we're gonna move on with our flow. So, again, three-legged dog. Your right foot comes up and back behind you. Knee to nose, and then step it through. Coming right up to high lunge, just as before, except this time we're gonna open up, pivoting your back foot, and then opening up to warrior two. Feeling strong here, feeling supported. Taking a moment to breathe. And then straighten that right leg, and then send your toes pointed to the side of the mat. Both feet point 45 degrees out. You're going to come down into goddess squat. So your hands can go wherever. They can be at heart center. They can be in cactus. They can be on each leg, whatever feels good for your body. But from here, we're going to rock side to side. So we're going to go back into that free-flowing, open movement, that dance that we were doing. Staying low. Allowing yourself to have some fun, to feel some joy, even in a moment of physical challenges. And then come back down, straighten both legs. We're going to do some goddess pulses. At your own pace. All right, now together, down, 3. Again, 2. And one more, 1. Great. Now, shorten your stance a little bit. And then we're going to do some hip movements. So, to the right, to the left. Hips come back, hips come forward. To the right, to the left, back, and forward. How can this be? Free-flowing. Just stretching out your body and allow it to be a fun kind of dance. When you're ready, just circle them clockwise. And then bring it around to the other side. Yes. Now both hands come up and then reach behind you, opening up through the chest, looking up toward the sky. Reach your hands back up. And then pivot your right toe back to the front of the mat, and you're going to land in a warrior two again. From here, pivot your back toe so that's pointed toward the front of the mat again, so you're in a high lunge. And then from here, we're going to go back into One Leg Tadasana. So on your right foot, your weight is going to be, and then you're going to kick off the back. And you're going to land in a One Leg Tadasana with your left knee up. From here, you're going to send your left heel towards your butt, just as like we did before. Except this time, you're going to lower back into a power lunge. So your hands are coming behind you. As you bring your left leg with control, with power, with energy, you're in a power lunge. So your hands are extended behind you. You have a long, straight spine, and you're close to that right leg, but you're not laying on top of it. Holding here. Just a moment. Holding for your breath. And then frame your right foot with your hands. Step your right foot back to plank, and then take whichever flow works for you. meeting me in a downward facing dog. All right, from here, take a moment to breathe, maybe take a moment to have some water, and we're gonna do that on the other side. So, our left foot comes up and back for three-legged dog. Knee to nose, and then step your foot between your hands for low lunge. Right away, coming up into high lunge, and then opening up for warrior two. All right, staying strong, holding here for a breath, and then straightening through that left leg, pointing your toes toward the side of the mat, and then pointing both toes 45 degrees out, and pressing down into a goddess. From here, you're going to rock side to side. Your hands, again, can go wherever they feel good. Maybe they're out by your sides, cactus to your heart center, feeling that heart chakra really opening up during this flow. Feeling free, feeling light, even in a moment of challenge, staying low. From here, straighten both legs. We're gonna do a few pulses. So, you're gonna pulse down, and back up, and down, and up, and down. 3, 2, and 1. Come back up. Now, shortening your stance a bit, we're gonna come back to those hip movements. So, toward the right, the left, back and front. You remember this, right? Left, back, and front. Right, left, back, and front. Now, clockwise around. Really feeling the music, feeling the moment. Then counterclockwise. Moving your hips, allowing your breath to be one with your hip movements, one with your body. When you're ready, open back up to warrior two. Left toes are pointed forward. When you're ready, point those back toes back toward the front of the mat, and you're landing in a high lunge. From here, we're gonna bring our weight onto our left foot because, of course, one leg Tadasana is next. So, kick off that back foot, and then send your right knee up to your chest. You're in a one leg Tadasana. From here, we're gonna move into power lunge. So our arms are extended behind us. Bring our right heel to the butt, and then pull it all the way back with strength, with energy, landing in a power lunge. So those arms are strongly extended behind you, opening up through the chest, long straight spine. If you don't see your toes, make sure to stack that left knee over your left ankle. Holding for a moment, and then framing your hands with your foot with your hands. Step that left foot back, you're in a plank, and then take your flow. Meeting me in a downward facing dog. Taking a moment to breathe. We're moving into our peak moment of dancer's pose. So just taking a moment to breathe here in down dog. And check in with that heart chakra energy. How's it feeling? Hopefully there's more of it. Hopefully it's not blocked if it was before. And just breathing. When you're ready, bend your knees if they weren't already. Look up towards your hands, and then step or hop towards your hands, landing in a forward fold. Now, vertebrae by vertebrae, rolling up to stand. Head is the last thing to rise. Your shoulders come up and down your back. You're landing in mountain pose. Feet are hip-width distance apart. We're going to go right into it. So bring your weight onto your right foot. Your left leg comes up, so you're in one leg Tadasana, like we've done so many times now. And then bring your left knee, or left heel towards your butt. Extend the left fingertips toward the back of the mat. Grab onto your foot, more like your toes, and then reach forward with your right hand. We're taking this slowly because I really want it to be about balance, about stability. And then when you're ready, pressing back into your hand with your left foot and pulling forward with those right fingertips, you're coming into dancer's pose. Feeling grounded through the standing leg and expanded through your chest. Really kicking back, holding here a moment to breathe. This is your peak moment. This is where we have been building toward, so you are ready for it. When you're ready, bring everything to the center. And then step your left foot down to meet your right. And you're landing back in mountain pose. So, it was dancer pose. So, let's take a dance break. Hips come however they are. Hands can extend up. Just let your body be free. Allow it to be a reset so we can do that on the other side. Extend both hands up and then maybe swan dive down, landing in a forward fold. From here, roll up to stand. Arms come up overhead again, palms together. Bring those hands back, reaching back with your fingertips, still looking up toward the sky. And then coming back into mountain pose. All right, from here, we're going to bring our weight onto our left side. Right knee comes up toward the chest. Taking a moment to breathe, to balance. Right heel comes toward the butt. Reach behind you with your right fingers. And then grab on to your right toes. From here, reach forward with your left fingertips. And then once you feel good here, start to press back into your back hand. Reach forward with your left fingertips. And you're coming into dancer's pose. Expanding through that chest. Kicking behind you. Feeling strong, feeling open. Feeling that heart chakra powering you forward in this moment. Holding here for one breath more. Bring everything into center, and then bring your right foot down to meet your left, landing in mountain pose. Again, short dance break. Feeling the music. Arms can extend up, palms together. Really still feeling it, moving your hips. This is your last moment on the mat to really move. And then swan dive down, landing in forward fold. All right, from here, halfway lift. And then forward fold again, palms to the mat. Right foot comes back, left foot comes back. You're in a plank. From here, knees come down to the mat. And then sink your butt back to your heels. Fingertips reach forward. You're in a child's pose. You can keep your knees together here, or if you want more of an open hip stretch, you can bring each knee to the outer edges of your mat, whatever feels best for your body. I'm going to stay here just a moment, allowing the breath to start to cool, to start to slow down a bit. We're heading into our cool down. We did so much work on the mat today. Opening up, loving our bodies. So now, let's allow just a moment to breathe and a moment to rest and to stretch. Because we're not yet resting. So you're going to come onto your palms. So you're kind of in a tabletop, but then you're going to bring your knees all the way back until you're laying on the mat on your stomach. And then right away we're going to pull up into like a Superman. So your chest is off the mat, your legs are off the mat, you're squeezing through the butt. You can point your toes. And then bend that right leg and reach behind you with your right foot. So you can make this like really strong like moment, or this can just be a moment to stretch, to really cool down. But if anything, this is just our last moment of energy before we really cool down. Now allow that right leg to extend again, and then bend your left leg. Reach behind you with your left hand, holding that foot, breathing, and then letting it all go. Pushing yourself up with your palms and sitting back again into child's pose. Your knees can stay together, really reaching forward with your fingertips, allowing your forehead to find the mat and your chest to really melt onto your legs. From here, walk yourself up to Thunderbolt. And then swing your legs around so both legs are extended in front of you. Both feet are flexed. Reach up toward the sky. And then fold forward. You can hold onto your big toes, to your shins, whatever feels good in your body, but just remembering that as we inhale, we're lengthening. And as we exhale, we're folding deeper into the stretch. All right, from here, coming back up. And then we're going to find ourselves coming onto our back. So slowly rolling down. Both legs can be extended out. And then bring your right knee to your chest. So we did a lot of movements like this in one Leg Tadasana and then sending it back. So now can we just bring our knee into our chest for like an opposite stretch. Breathing as we do it. Allowing your body a chance to just rest now. Extending that right leg back out and then bringing your left knee to your chest. Pulling it in. Feeling that stretch through the leg. And breathing. Extend the left leg back out. And then bring both knees into your chest, tightening up into a ball. Hugging yourself. Thanking yourself for moving today. Your nose can come to your knees to really tighten up into this ball. And then allow it all to go. Legs can extend out. Hands can fall wherever. Maybe the palms are up, facing up toward the sky. And your eyes can close for final Shavasana. Taking just a few moments here, just with yourself, reflecting on your practice and reminding yourself that you have so much love in you that you might give to this and that in your life, to that person, to the other person. But do you reserve any of that for yourself? So allow this moment to be a chance just for that. To love yourself and to be present with that love and with the energy of the heart chakra in mind. I'll give you a few moments here. And I'll let you know when to come out of it. start to allow your breath to deepen, bringing you back into the space. Your eyes can stay closed. Bring some movement back to your fingers, wiggling them, your toes. Maybe stretching your arms up overhead. Just bringing yourself back to the moment. When you're ready, come onto one side using your bicep as a pillow. And with your other hand, just pulling those knees into your chest. One last time, hugging yourself, loving yourself for practicing today, for bringing yourself onto the mat, and for doing something for you. When you're ready, press up into an easy pose. Your eyes can stay closed. All you need to do is listen to my voice. Bringing your hands to your heart chakra. Taking a deep breath in. Filling your chest. And then a deep breath out through your mouth. Hands can come to heart center. Bowing down, your thumbs can come to your third eye. The love and light and energy in me sees and honors the love and light and energy in you. Namaste. Thank you so much for flowing with me, opening up the heart chakra. I hope you really enjoyed that. Please let me know if you have any feedback. And if you really liked this video, please remember to subscribe. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to flow with you again next week. Again, if you have any class types you want to see, please let me know. And yeah, thank you so much. And go forward in your day with love and light. Bye, guys.